YouTube, how y'all doing? Check it out without a doubt. What is up? Jay-Z case with Diddy dismissed by Busby. Jay-Z case with Diddy is dismissed. Nah, don't. Oh my God. That might be a good thing. I don't know, man. Long story short, if the case is dismissed, then cool. If the case is dismissed, then cool. But my whole thing is, I don't want the case to be dismissed because who put the case out there in the first place if it's not true? Is it true? Does Jay-Z, because you know, Jaguar right, I'm down with Jaguar right. I don't care what y'all say. F y'all. Excuse me, y'all. It's a shame when if you care about something, you can't express what you care about. And I'm down with Jaguar right. F y'all. Man, she lied. Oh shit, my Uncle Mike lied too. Shit, ain't like I ain't never told a goddamn lie in my life. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Jay-Z case with Diddy is dismissed by Busby. August 3/12. I wonder what that is. Shout out to Sean Otwood. Shout out to Sean Otwood. This my cousin, man. Sean Otwood, you are officially my cousin, man. Shout out to you and Ron. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out.
And the Jay-Z news came out. Good afternoon, everybody. And the Jay-Z news came out last night. I've actually got a poll on the community wall right now, and the poll reads as follows. Is Jay-Z's case dismissed the end of Jay-Z's legal problems of this nature?
12 hours ago, y'all. This
and we
dropped
have
12
got
hours
6%
ago.
say yes. 94% of you say no. Why do you think that is the case in the chat? We're going to get to the story in a minute, but... So, Passport Shogun, the father saying it never happened was the nail in the coffin for this case. If he paid her off, it would have been plastered all over the news. If he paid her off, Busby would be blasting all of the media because Jay-Z insulted him by calling him a scamming lawyer. Couldn't have paid her off without it being public record. New York law doesn't allow confidential settlements. That's how we found out about the Diddy and Cassie settlement. Busby is a predator and should be investigated. Wow. Amy still thinks he paid her off, and with that, she can't speak on it or admit to being paid off. The Lifeboat did an amazing breakdown of it yesterday. It's an hour long, but even the first 20, 30 minutes, it's all about the money. One down, how many more to find and pay off? So, quite a mixed bag in the comments, but 94% of you believe that this is not the end of Jay-Z's problems of this nature. I mean, Rymir is a legal problem pending as well that could escalate into all kinds of different situations. So, all right, let's look at what the hell has happened here. And I've got 25 minutes before our first JFK guest comes in. And then Beverly's on in the middle of the evening. And then we've got another JFK guest coming on 10 p.m. UK. When I say JFK guest, a workmate of Lee Harvey Oswald at the Texas Book Depository Building. Yeah. So the headline reads, Jay-Z R-word case with Diddy dismissed by accuser's attorney, as in Busby, as rapper issues an emotional statement. So, Jay-Z is hailing this a victory. And he was accused alongside Diddy. His statement on Friday says, today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. This civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. And Lionel kind of predicted this. And we've got Lionel coming on at 7 p.m. UK tomorrow. He's going to be discussing this, US aid, RFK's appointment, Trump, Elon doing all this auditing. And yeah, it should be interesting. All right, here's what Jay-Z said. I will continue. The fictional tale they created was laughable. If not for the seriousness of the claims, I would not wish this experience on anyone. Can you imagine, folks, how much money he has spent on legal fees to defend this? And PR people and private investigators. He went on to reveal the toll that the case has taken on his entire family, including Beyonce. The trauma that my wife, my children, my loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. The other thing is as well, when there's an allegation of this nature, even if it is dismissed, it follows you.
Hold up, y'all. We got to back up. My bad. We got to back up. Wait a minute. I had already... Wait a minute. Go up a little bit more. Anyway, I had already taken off the headphones and stuff. But check it out, man. Check this out. I gotta back up. Wait a minute. Here we go.
He has spent only
right there. You got to think about this, man. Jay-Z has a lawyer on retainer. Come on, y'all. Are y'all serious? You think that Jay-Z spends money on the lawyer when he got to go to work? Now put the money out. Or, look, you're my lawyer. I'm going to pay you a salary, X amount of dollars a month, no matter what. We don't know what's going to come up the pipe, but here's your $1 million every month. So when something comes up the pipe, you go to work. You keep getting the millions. Now, if we got to go to court, and you got to do a hell of a lot more work, then we can take it to $2 million or whatever the daggone fees are going to be for the court, filing papers and all that dumb shit. So that's called a retainer. His lawyer is on retainer 24/7, right? So what I'm saying to you is that little bit of stuff that he was already paying for a lawyer to make this thing go away in the first place, man. So you got to keep in mind that rich folks don't pay by the hour when they need the person. They pay by the month. They pay by the year. They do contracts that's automatically going to hit your pocket. I need you insurance, just in case. I need a lawyer for insurance. Does that make sense? I hope Uncle Mike is making sense to you. I hope we making sense. Yeah, I know we making sense. Here we go.
And never going anywhere. And Lionel kind of predicted this. And we've got Lionel coming on at 7 p.m. UK tomorrow. He's going to be discussing this US aid, RFK's appointment, Trump, Elon doing all this auditing. And yeah, it should be interesting.
Right here.
All right, here's what Jay-Z said. I will continue. The fictional tale they created was laughable.
Check this out.
If not for the seriousness of the claims, I would not wish this experience on anyone. Can you imagine, folks, how much money he has spent on legal fees to defend this?
The same.
And PR people and private investigators. He went on to reveal the toll that the case has taken on his entire family, including Beyonce. The trauma that my wife, my children, my loved ones, and
my bullshit, this is all bullshit. My trauma, that man, if people say something about Uncle Mike, yeah, for real, I don't care how much of a millionaire or a trillionaire I may be. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I'm traumatized. Yeah, maybe I should do a lawsuit just to see how this shit happens. I'm gonna do that one day just for the fun of it. and I'm going to tell people that it's for the fun of it, my Patreons, they will only see the real thing. And then at the end of the court case, they'd be like, Mr. Cross, you got a Patreon to say that all this is bullshit? Damn, Your Honor, you don't figured me out. You're right. Yeah, man, it's all bull.
And I have endured, Beyonce.
Here we go.
The trauma that my wife, my children, my loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. The other thing is as well, when there's an allegation of this nature, even if it is dismissed, it follows you for the rest of your life. Quote, this 1-800-lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe. And when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. He finished off the emotional statement with a commentary on the court system and SA allegations as a whole. The court must protect victims, of course, in capital letters, while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. So that's the gist of his statement. We're going to get deeper into this now.
Let's get deeper.
Diddy is not going down by himself, Rymir says. Queen Bee has sorted out the lesser Busby, Heidi says. Just reading the chat before I continue. Boo-hoo, what a bunch of crapola. So very much over this get away with crimes. The entire justice system is a joke. This is from Marcus Aurelius Energy. One of my favorite books is Meditations by Aurelius. That's how they break people, by legal ease and lawfare. Welfare for slippery lawyers, all of them. Kim says 1-800-LIAR-LAWYER. Natalie says that case sounds like it was on purpose to have a dismissal, too many important details missing. All right, yeah, let's pause on what Natalie is saying, because there was a case in the UK and it involved a politician who had written a book. And his book, which was a work of fiction, there was a case whereby they planted a false survivor to make a claim amongst legitimate survivors. And once the false survivor was outed, it destroyed the credibility of the legitimate survivors. So there is a strategy out there of that nature. I'm not saying that this has happened in this case, but Natalie has brought this up. You know, the case originally was against Diddy, and there's so many cases against Diddy. Are there some false claimants in the Diddy mix, like ticking time bombs, waiting to attempt to overturn the credibility of the legitimate survivors? So,
dude, can I really tell y'all what Uncle Mike going through right now? In the Philippines, they use 220. They use a higher electrical voltage. And because it's a higher electrical voltage, the microphone, it's shocking me, man. It's shocking me right here on my chest. And I'm trying to put as much tissue under my shirt so I don't get electrocuted. I'm getting shocked as I'm watching this. I just want y'all to know that what Uncle Mike is going through to bring y'all these videos. God damn. Anyway, let's keep continuing. I just want y'all to know how real I am.
To attempt to overturn the credibility of the legitimate survivors. So, that is only a theory, Trump Don. That's all we are discussing right now. My theory from the very beginning was, if you look at the amount of deals that Diddy has done in the club, and don't forget, Diddy fell out with the club. Jay-Z hadn't fallen out with the club. Versus the amount of deals Jay-Z has done with the club. It is a multiple of billions that Jay-Z was firmly in the club, the NFL. The deals are probably worth over $10 billion, riding on the value of his reputation. So all stops are going to be pulled out in a situation of that nature to protect the vested interests. Yes. Claudia, what's the book? Which book? You asking about my new book, or the Predators book? It's a UK political figure, and off the top of my head, I can't remember what his name is. But I'll use this opportunity. A lot of people have said they've even got this for the Valentines. That's my new book that came out last week. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. I'm sure there are some fakes, Spooky says. Wherever there's money, there's hustlers. Yeah. Trump done. This is the 6th accuser caught lying. Remember the one that Gloria Allred put on TV? Lisa's got most of my books on Audible. Appreciate that. I love Audible. I'm just listening to RFK's book on Audible right now. Used one of my Audible credits. Now, Michelle has raised a really salient point here. Let's assume that this case dismissal is legitimate. There is still some shade thrown on Jay-Z's past, and Rymir is proof Jay-Z don't care about age. Rymir's case shows how Jay-Z plays dirty. Take the test, Jay-Z, and prove you're not his daddy and didn't impregnate his 16-year-old mom. So if this allegation is correct about Rymir's mum, then it does show a pattern of behavior, let's say. I've got to phrase things very carefully with all the things we've been named in, let's just say. Lovely Leroy, money is still on US Marine Team Busby. No, it wasn't Jeffrey Arch, Claudia. Can I buy the book in Norway? If you're on about my book, then I think Amazon UK will ship it to Norway. I think Amazon UK will ship it. You just got to put in a foreign address. Did Busby ever ask for my police files once? Nope.
Nope.
Dangerous liaisons indeed. All right, let me keep going with the story because we've only got 15 minutes before our RFK guest, who's an expert on the Secret Service theory, the stand down. All right, so we read Jay-Z's statement, and TMZ reported that Jay-Z claimed that the Busby had attempted to get money from him over 2 different allegations. It wasn't just Jane Doe. The Jane Doe one, which was just dismissed, and another allegation which didn't even make it into court.
That's crazy. We
According
didn't
to
know
documents
that part.
filed by Jay-Z's camp this week, Busby had sent 2 demand letters to Jay in November 2024.
Not 1, 2.
One for this case. And the other was for a John Doe who claimed to have been SA'd by Jay-Z at a 2015 Beverly Hills party when the accuser was 16 and had been secretly put on substances by someone other than Jay-Z. Meanwhile, Spiro released a statement on Friday which read, "The false case against Jay-Z that never should have been brought has been dismissed with prejudice. By standing up in the face of heinous and false allegations, Jay has done what few can. He pushed back. He never settled. He never paid 1 red penny." Do you remember the 1 red penny letter that all this began with? He triumphed and cleared his name. He released a statement taking aim at Busby, which read, Today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like
That's
this
scary.
claim,
That is scary.
the others will fall apart because there is no truth to them. And we had Busby on in the beginning, but most of our Diddy stuff had to be deleted, so you won't be able to find that on here anymore. All right. Quote, Sean Combs has never SA'd or transported anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. No number of lawsuits, sensationalized allegations, or media theatrics will change that reality. We will continue to fight these baseless claims and hold those responsible. This is just the first of many that will not hold up in a court of law. Because, of course, this is the joint case with Diddy. So Diddy has beat this one as well. But he ain't getting out of jail no time soon. Jane Doe, back in December, had said the SA took place at a party.
Man, this is not going the way I thought it was going to go. To be honest, man, Uncle Mike is a little disappointed. Now check this out, Busby. If you are filing stuff and it ain't sticking, and you got 120 cases of non-sticking glue, that ain't good for us. We do not want Puffy to be guilty. We not hoping that Puffy goes to jail. We hoping that if he did wrong, we are hoping that Jay-Z goes to jail. If he did wrong, if he didn't do wrong, we don't want innocent people to go to jail. Everybody is standing on the same fucking rock. Everybody's standing on the same rock. We don't want people to go to jail, ain't done nothing. If Jay-Z didn't do nothing, but Jaguar Wright saying that Jay-Z did do something, and the Diggler, Puffy. I refuse to call him Love. Then you got that stupid Courtney. Excuse me, man, allegedly stupid. He might be a smart man, playing his part. But what I'm trying to say to y'all is, come on, Busby, you supposed to be the lawyer. You supposed to weed through this stuff and say, is he guilty or is he? Now he accused of raping somebody. Now they dropping a. Come on, man, make up. You supposed to be better than that. You supposed to be the one to let us know we got a good case here. The lady done drove, the little 13-year-old drove 5 hours. Then you got the daddy saying that I don't remember none of this. Oh my God, man. Y'all's a... Here we go.
You ain't getting out of jail no time soon. Jane Doe, back in December, had said the SA took place at a party after the awards show. And then attorneys for Jay-Z asked for the case to be dismissed or the name to be publicly revealed. A memorandum accompanying the filed motion from Jay-Z's 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗞𝗦, 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗞𝗦 and Sullivan attorney Alex Spiro reads, defendant is respectfully seeking either dismissal of the allegations or disclosure of the plaintiff's identity. Fair is fair. Mr. Carter deserves to know the identity of the person who is effectively accusing him in sensationalized, publicity-hunting fashion of criminal conduct, demanding massive financial compensation and tarnishing a reputation earned over decades. This court has recognized the nearly identical claims brought by other plaintiffs, represented by Attorney Busby do not meet the criteria to proceed anonymously. Here, the balance of the equities afford all the more reason why this plaintiff should be proceeding under her true name if she wishes to proceed at all. Jay-Z's lawyers describe Busby as having devoted himself to the business of extracting large settlements from a multitude of celebrities, high net worth individuals, and businesses with any public ties to Diddy. Furthermore, the motion claims Busby has a history of targeting celebrities by making false allegations of misconduct and alleges that the case against Carter is about retaliating against the rare target who would not pay. Carter should not have to defend himself in the brightest of spotlights against an accuser who hides in complete darkness while leveling allegations. And we all know the deets.
This is not looking good. This is
the
not looking
accuser,
good.
the limo driver, the party, after party, what happened. And Jay-Z issued a levy statement in December denying the claims. Daily Mail reached out to Beyonce's representative on the story. My lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. I'm not going to read the rest of that because that's what happened when it all originally kicked off. And then we have covered extensively the toing and froing between Busby and Jay-Z. I'm told that Tommy on the Lifeboat channel did a great analysis of all this last night on his channel. It kind of came out when we were going to sleep here, so we didn't have a chance until today. But Lionel's going to come on tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK. And then John Wedge is on at 8. And then we've got, put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the movie Rogue Trader, starring Ewan McGregor. Because we've got Nick Leeson on tomorrow night. I think about 9:30, 10 o'clock. He's the guy who broke the Queen Elizabeth's bank and George Soros's bank. I think it's his first time doing a podcast properly. Looks like quite a few people have seen it. This was in the 90s. The bank was worth a few $100 million, and he managed to lose over $1 billion. And he tricked all of the investigators and everybody who had a chance of identifying what he did. Basically, he said when people came to investigate, he would get them drunk, take them out partying. They'd wake up the next day with a hangover, and they wouldn't even bother. He said that the bank he worked at had an account for the Queen's corgis, even. Queen's corgis? He said it was all very weird. Yeah. It's definitely worth watching again. I watched it again when I interviewed him. All right, so just looking at the chat right now. And we've got 9 minutes before we bring in our JFK guest. And it's just Jay-Z celebrating all over the news right now. Headlines. Jay-Z just thankful. Let me see what else we've got on Diddy saying anything about this, because it's a minor victory for him as well, even though he's got so many other legal problems hanging over his head. Let's see. Jay-Z dismissed. Diddy dismissed. Okay. So the latest news here, in the Mail at least, is that Beyonce is sizzling in a gold bustier to promote her fragrance after Jay-Z's case was dismissed. The 43-year-old singing megastar made no mention of Jay-Z as she took to Instagram last night to promote her fragrance. I can't even pronounce it. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗡. She took to the picture and video sharing social network to share a snap of herself wearing a sexy, shiny, metallic gold bustier while holding up her latest perfume fragrance. She teamed the sexy lingerie with matching elbow-length gloves and massive earrings. Her dyed platinum blonde as she showcased her natural looks with complimentary makeup. It was captioned to her 312 million followers. Love is the only gold. Hashtag 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡𝗢𝗡 at Beyonce Parfums. And there were several short clips, including one of her painted entirely in gold. Right, let's see if Kanye has done anything crazy. I don't know if you guys watched my friend Andrew Gold interview Katie Hopkins. In fact, put a 1 in the chat if you saw my friend Andrew Gold interview Katie Hopkins. She kind of turned on him towards the end. It's fascinating. Go around 55 minutes, she says to him. You've only researched me by reading my wiki page. Stop parroting my wiki page. And going back 5 years. Hey, Spooky. So we have had people who've been in prison with 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏. If you watch our interviews with Michael Thompson or Jamie Morgan Kane, or we've had a few others. Casper was one of them. And Joey Torres, co-founder of the 18th Street Gang. They all spent time with 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏. And they all said the same thing. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 wasn't getting released because he couldn't remember the incident, so he couldn't show remorse. Oh, thank you, Laureen. Laureen, have you watched Sons of Ecstasy? My documentary on HBO Max? Well, there's a version on YouTube right now. Just put in Sons of Ecstasy. And it's quite good. And all right, put a 9 in the chat if you would like us to reach out to Katie Hopkins and for me and Jen to sit down and interview Katie Hopkins about her life story. And, you know, she's the Trump movement has re-energized her, I think. A lot of the things she's been saying, anti-woke stuff, Trump's come along with a sledgehammer and implemented a lot of the things she's been saying for years. It's mostly 9s. We've got a hell no from Heidi. He seemed MK Ultra'd. Yeah, a lot of 9s. All right, looks like the 9s have it. We will reach out to Katie Hopkins and endeavor to get her on. And then we'll go out for a nice dinner afterwards with her and Andrew Gold. She's definitely an interesting character. Have Jen interview me. Have Jen interview me, Laureen. Don't you think I've been grilled by Jen quite enough?
That's funny right there.
Just because some people do something crazy or say something crazy, it doesn't mean you can write off their entire body of work. We're all fallible. We all make mistakes. No one's ever 100% right. We try to learn from our mistakes. But there's gems to be learned from everyone, I believe. That's why we like to interview a range of people on this channel with varying viewpoints. You don't learn the most when you're interviewing people who are singing from the same hymn sheet as you. Graham, I'm watching footy on Chinese telly and they don't have any diversity in the adverts. Protect Jag, absolutely. We've had Jag on a lot, and we have hope everyone has been subscribing to Jag's channel. Yeah, me and Jen interviewed Kerry Katona, and with Andrew Gold, we also interviewed the pop star Robbie Williams. They're all available in the backlist. If you've not seen them, they're quite fascinating. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗞𝗦 was hilarious. After all the news stories I'd heard about her, meeting her in person completely changed my perspective of her. That was one of the funniest podcasts we've ever done. And she's just so bubbly and so full of energy. It really filled the room, her charisma.
Bubbly.
All right, so let me just pop in the studio and see if Vince is ready for us. If you're going to stay with us for the JFK stuff.
48 seconds.
Yep, I'm seeing Vince Palamara. Looks like he is in the studio, folks. So I'm gonna close down this stream now, and I'm gonna go over to Vince, and we're gonna start the JFK theory of the Secret Service standing down.
I'm gonna have to cover that. I'm gonna have to check that one out right there. One of the things, guys, we are all counting on Busby. I don't want somebody innocent to go to jail. We don't want that, Busby. We don't want an innocent person to go to jail. That's number one. Puffy or Jay-Z. What we want to do is we want somebody that's more qualified than we are to seek out the truth. And you filing this John Doe girl, and then you going after Jay-Z, you were the first person that said another person's name. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z wasn't even talked about until you brought Jay-Z's name up. And now it's over with, it's finished. He's cleared? Is that what, that's how we playing this game? Jay-Z cleared now. So whatever y'all said about Jay-Z was a bold-faced liar. You losing credit, dog. You losing credit. You shouldn't have jumped out there. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know how y'all think. I think that Busby is what Jay-Z and Jay-Z lawyers has said, that you just ambulance chaser, you know, put out this 1-800 number and all this stuff, trying to come up with something, and you coming up empty. I'm hoping you smarter than that, man. We hoping you smarter than that. I'm gonna get on up out of here. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Y'all take it out. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Let me know if you're an ender at the end of this video. Put in the comments you're an ender. Put in the comments what you think about Jay-Z, Busby. Put in the comments what you think about Busby, man. Is he doing a good job? Or he making me nervous? He making Uncle Mike nervous. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.